facilitators. And right now we've got Elly Clarke, but you're gone, right? Right.
Well, as Sergina, yeah, and Elly Clarke.
Okay,
yeah.
So there's three beings.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
3 beings. Okay.
This is Elly's work, though.
This is Elly's work. And Elly Clarke is a first year PhD CHASE funded scholar at the University of Sussex, and an artist interested in the feel and experience of the physical body in the digitally mediated world. Her practice incorporates music, performance, curating, digital and analogue photography, film and participatory projects. Recent keywords include hashtag Sergina's stimulatingly sexy simultaneously simulation of herself, performed simultaneously in Berlin, Brooklyn, Belgrade, Bristol, all B words, and the Lowry in 2015. A classy, with inverted commas, the Y, lecture at Gallery Wedding 2018, and Queer Encounters, King's Cross 2018. Clarke's practice-led research explores the performance and the resistance, the drag of being and having a human body today. So welcome. Thanks, Elly, wherever you are.
Thank you.
Open up to me. Share it. Share it all with me. Give it. Give it all to me. I want to know your history. I want to know your story. I want to know your mystery. Share it all with me. Share it. Share it all. I want to know what you did last year. I want to know how you wore your hair.
Aha! A room full of knowledgeable bodies. How wonderful. How exciting. How thrilling and how delightful it is to be here. And how fabulous it is that you're all here too, in full, fleshy, physical format.
How are you? And how are you? How are you doing? How are you doing right now?
Ooh, darlings, I am ready for my close-up. I am a multi-bodied, multi-locationable drag queen who sings songs online and offline in a society that is increasingly experienced through screens. In a society that is ever more narcissistic, I am everybody's selfie and no one's. I compete with my own image and I usually lose.
Instantaneous culture.
Sergina.
There was a day when I was filming and I was just thinking, I'm a human playing a robot who's playing a human.
Today I'm going to share with you some quite intimate data about my algorithms, orgies of algorithms, in fact, and about love, perhaps. Are you in love? Are you?
What looked like magic was revealed ultimately to be only a collection of procedures.
Have you got a coffee? A drink helps with this kind of thing.
I aim to provide you, the active listener, with an opportunity to engage in an imaginative journey that is akin to how electrons experience the world.
Open up to me.
Share it all with me.
Give it all to me.
I want to know your mystery. I want to see your story.
I want to hear your history. I want to know what you did last year. I want to see.
how you wore your hair,
I want to know how you feel
about current affairs.
I want your data. I want your facts. I want to know the contexts of your acts.
Open up to me.
Share it all with me.
Give it all to me. I want your code.
I want your pose. I want to know the secrets.
Of your woes.
Hey, do you want to talk actually?
Sure. Give me a sec. Are you human?
Yes, no, or other.
Please fill out all fields.
Please fill out all fields.
Yes, no, or other.
Please fill out all fields.
Yes. Is your body human?
Yes, no, that depends, waiting for things to be good or other.
Other. Do you feel yourself? Do you feel yourself? Do you feel yourself? Yes. Are you a ghost?
Yes, no, or I want your data.
All fields must be filled.
I want your data. Have you got energy?
Yes, no, or waiting to touch you on your shoulder.
Waiting to touch you on your shoulder. Is your energy transferable?
Yes, no. Can you show me another side? Get it when you want it, waiting for ice cream or other.
That's the 4 characters in this field.
Waiting for ice cream. Is your energy for sale?
Yes, no, get it when you want it, get it now. I thought you liked my fist or other.
I thought he liked
Filled.
I thought he liked my fist. How do you suck when you've got lipstick on?
Yes, no, maybe it's Maybelline or other.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Is this land yours? No. Does your home belong to you? No.
Oh, this reminds me of something.
What is unity? Can you make us feel in solidarity? Can we make each other feel good? Can we be reformative together? Is our collective conscious still intact?
Our world is in vertigo. It swarms with technological mediation, interlacing our daily lives with abstraction, virtuality, and complexity. Nothing should be accepted or fixed.
Or permanent?
Or given.
I'm adamantly synthetic.
For us?
unsatisfied by analysis alone.
So when the night air was suddenly penetrated by Miranda's extended, ecstatic scream that tapered into a moan and then a stifled sob.
He's a fucking machine.
Cyborg replication is uncoupled from organic reproduction.
That's true. Humans have become fabricated products instead of living energy.
If I'd gone to bed with a vibrator, would you be feeling the same way?
Oh, this reminds me of something.
Waiting to read your message, waiting for you to see mine, waiting for the rain to stop, waiting for a coffee, waiting for a piss, waiting for the 2 ticks, waiting for a call,
Message.
waiting for
you
a
to see
flat,
mine,
waiting
for
till
the
it's
rain to
finished,
stop,
waiting till
for a
next
coffee,
week, waiting for an email, waiting for my
waiting
hair
to-
to grow,
waiting
waiting to
for a
grow
call,
up, waiting
Waiting
to
to
eat,
read your message.
waiting at the
Waiting for you to
crossroads,
see mine.
waiting for
Waiting for
Sebastian,
the rain to stop.
Waiting for a
Waiting for
ride.
coffee.
Waiting for the
a
sun.
kiss.
waiting for the
two
sun cream,
ticks.
waiting at the
waiting for
for a
you to put
call.
the sun cream on me,
Waiting for a
Waiting-
flash.
waiting to come,
Waiting till
waiting to
it's
go,
finished.
waiting for
till
yours,
next week.
waiting for
Waiting for
mine,
an email.
waiting for the
Waiting for
strongest,
my hair to
most
grow.
powerful one
Waiting to
ever,
grow up.
waiting to read
Waiting
your
to
message,
eat.
waiting for you to see
Waiting
mine,
at the crossroads.
waiting for the rain to
Waiting
stop,
for Sebastian.
waiting for a coffee,
Waiting for a
waiting for a
ride.
kiss,
Waiting
waiting
for
for
the
the 2
sun.
ticks,
Waiting for
waiting
the
for a call.
sunscreen. Waiting for you to put the sunscreen on me.
Oh, this reminds me of something.
Oh, darling, when I look at contemporary reality, it's hard for me to
It's
believe.
for me to believe. It's because it's just so
So wildly
wild,
imaginative. I don't have the imagination.
Yes, that's true. If you don't deploy fiction, then probably you're not truthful enough right now.
Hey, have we just entered the obscure zone now?
Or maybe it's magical unity.
Lightning passes through and shoots itself between ionized corridors of air.
Ooh, that sounds delightful.
Yes, exactly. Within energy system providing vital and psychic possibilities of a collaboration between humans and technology.
Feel me, I vibrate.
Creating internal resonance which cannot be grasped.
Ooh, yes, the experience is a
Orienting one,
One regarding the
disjointedness of time and space, entanglements of here and there.
now and then a ghostly sense of
Continuity, a quantum
discontinuity, which is never fully discontinuous with continuity.
Can I look at you from an alternative? How can we stay next to each other so long?
How can we stay next to each other so long?
Huh, this reminds me of something.
Recording.
I want to see from a different perspective. Can you show me another side? Can I look at you from an alternative angle? Will you stand in a different light? Can you change your hair color, your name, and your clothes? Can you alter the way that you stand? Can you vary what you say when you talk? It'll be fun. You will appear in a different light. I want to see you from a different perspective. If I need to see inside, I want to experiment with alternative angles. I want to put you in a different light. I want to
The history of this automaton had sunk deeply into their souls, and an absurd mistrust of human figures began to prevail. Several lovers, in order to be fully convinced that they were not paying court to a wooden puppet, required that their mistress should sing and dance a little out of time, should embroider or knit or play with her little pungy setter when being read to, but above all things else that she should do something more than merely listen, that she should frequently speak in such a way as to really show that her words presupposed as a condition some thinking and feeling.
How easily will I get to see you when faced in a different lives.
The more a robot interacts with people, and the more data they collect, the more human they will become, ideally.
If only the picture could change and I would be always what I am now. For that, I would give everything.
Where my digital body flies to people and places unimaginable. Your fleshy body, clunky in its physicality, drags behind, archaic and almost rotten in its inability to be more than one place at once.
The drag of physicality, darling, the drag.
An orgy of algorithms, darling. An orgy of zeros and ones.
Step into my shoes.
Train someone up.
Clone your character.
My body is your data.
Your data is my body.
She's my backup body, oh. She's my backup body, oh. She's my backup body. You need to share your look. You need to share your data. You need to share your look. You need to share your data. You need to clone your look. You need to clone your character. You need to share your look.
Clone the character.
Share your data.
Train them up.
You need to clone your look.
Clone your character.
Clone your character.
Train someone up. Clone your character. Train someone up. Clone your character. Character. Train someone up. Clone your character.
Thank you. And if you'd like to fill out this form,
Train someone up.
the QR code
Clone the character. Train them up.
is
Clone
here.
your character.
We would try to do with some extra digits.
Clone your character. Train someone up.
If you point your phone there, you can download the QR code for this.
And you can help us. We want your data, but your email addresses will not be saved.
How was it for you? Did you like it?
And then the next day I'm
Did you have fun?
DJ, and then I'm supposed to perform at this great club, and then I'm going to go and have dinner with someone else, and then I've got a date actually with that person I've been seeing for a while.
Let me know if you have any questions.
So it's really unique to share your data. You need to share your look. You need to share your data. You need to clone your look. You need to clone your character.
So, thank you. And we do have some acknowledgements here.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Body of Knowledge, Bodies and Knowledge. This was episode 3 of Sergina's repetitive soap opera, Is My Body Out of Date? Looking at the point and privilege, performance and drag of having a flashy body in the digital age. This soap opera was presented by me, Elly, in Brighton at 4:24 in the morning, and Mott and Sean Miles in Narm, in collaboration and collusion and occasionally in competition with Sergina, against the backdrop, this one here, of a live performance produced and performed with Vladimir Bajielik here in Brighton earlier this month. For this performance, Sergina stole quotes from the following people.